Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Plane Talk. Today we're at what I use for my lapping surface to flatten my hand planes. This is the closest thing I have to a flat DATUM surface. Now, because this is over 75, 80 years old, it is worn somewhat, so I take my known straight edge with my smallest feeler gauge, and I look for where, see, it'll actually go in under over here. I look for the flattest spot that I have, which seems to be this area right in here. Okay, this side's not bad either, but over here you can see it's hollow there and it's hollow here. So that means this has a little bit of a bump in it here. This section here, it is a little bit worn on the back end, a little bit on the front end, but a little bit of a belly there. This area here seems to be the flattest and the straightest. So whatever surface you use, and it really doesn't matter whether you use granite, marble, glass, MDF, laminated particle board, whatever surface you're using, take the best known straight edge that you have and check it. Always check it first. So I know this area here is flat. So there's a lot of different ways to go about this. You can use pressure sensitive paper, or you can use standard non-sticky back end rolls. That's what I usually get, the end rolls from a sandpaper supplier. It's cheap and it's effective. Now, when we left off last, we said that we were going to check this one assembled. I want to back off that plane blade. And if I put it down right here, you can feel that it's staying pretty flat. It's a little high in the middle, but this is a very good flat surface right here. And the last abrasive I used was this one. So we'll put a piece down. Okay? And I'm not going to put marks on this because we already have used this plane. So if I put this down and I apply gentle pressure in the middle section of the plane, gentle at first, just push it forward and bring it back a couple times, and then look and then check it. And I am not seeing any new exciting developments. We'll turn it around, we'll do it this way, and we'll check it. Now I'm going to hold it a little different. I want to put my hand on the top of the bump and a little bit of gentle pressure. And check it. And once again, I am not seeing anything contrary to what we had when I had the plane disassembled. So one more time, and I'm going to concentrate in one area here that I know is really flat, and that's right in here. Holding it like I would hold a plane, but not pressing down much. Okay. That plane's done. Okay? That plane is as flat as it's going to be. So we'll put this one aside. And we'll turn our attention to the number 6. Okay, I've got the blade retracted. This one is still fully assembled the way it was. And this is where I start every time I flatten a plane. You can use a pencil or a China marker or a Sharpie. In the beginning, I don't mind using a Sharpie, but towards the end, I don't like to because it can stain the metal. So you make a straight line across every inch or so. And then especially in front of the mouth, behind the mouth, every inch or so. And I already know I've got a hollow back in here. So we let that dry just a second or two. And I'll use this same piece of sandpaper. I'll just dust it off a little bit. Because you do get buildup. Another thing you might want to have handy is a putty knife. Because every once in a while you get buildup and you want to just make sure you don't have any high spots. Okay, so here we go. This is the proofing to see how much work this is going to need. And mind you, I'm only putting pressure in this middle section. I'm not putting on the knob or on the heel. I don't want to bend the plane. So let's see where we are. That's very nice. So if you play connect the dots, you go from here to here, here to here, here to here, and then here to here. So this section in here needs more work. The mouth is almost done. There's a little something over here. And now what I'll do is I'll darken that completely. Okay? And there's a little something there, but not a big deal. And then you connect the dots down here, and you've got a profile like that, so this area in here. But normally, if I was going to use that just as a foreplane, it's done, really. I mean, it can be used just like that. If you want, you turn it around, and then you repeat the process in this direction. And by the way, you always want to pick some of the hottest weather of the year to do this type of work because you'll start sweating and dripping all over the place. So here we go. We're doing a lot better there. We still have this, but we are touching on the heel and we're touching on this side of the toe. At this point, the rest of the process is the same, but it's sort of a rinse and repeat. What I'll do is I'll drop down to 100 grit. This is 120. I'll drop down to 100 grit. This paper has to be clamped to the surface out on the far ends. I don't know if you can see where my fingers are going on camera. And the paper has to be kept tight because this does not have any sticky back. One of the reasons I don't like sticky back is because if it's really sticky back, it does not come off well, and then you have to use solvents to clean your surface again. So here's another reason to keep your putty knife on hand. You just go over that surface and make sure there's no residual from that adhesive. That's it. So that's it for today. A real brief one. I'm going to start the process now of flattening the sole on this plane. So what I'll do is I'll stretch out a piece of this 100 grit, rip it off, and I'll clamp that down, and I'll keep the flattening process in the middle of the flat surface here and do it over and over. So that's all for today. I thought I'd just show you how I flatten planes, and I hope this came out okay. You have a great day. Go make some shavings. Walter out.